It's not 10 o'clock yet.
It's not even 10 o'clock yet,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know why people are complaining.
I mean,
Told you to be under.
well, no, it was over.
Yeah,
Whoever had the over.
they don't
I
understand
said under 10 though.
that I'm from England, so I'm like working in odd hours over here.
That's right.
You know, I'm like half asleep and shit.
You haven't even had your tea
I have it
or your crumpets.
Welcome to Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie. As always, across from me, I got Bryant.
What up?
Somewhere in there, we got Edgar.
What's up?
And we got... sorry, I just saw Spenny's thing. Willis.
That's me.
Yeah, that's what it is. And Cam seemed to... Can't seem to work a phone, Spenny. Yee! Hey, Spenny, you're not doing snaps of your vacation, bro. Why is your camera like that?
Because I am on vacation, fool.
Yeah.
Selfie mode.
It's in a Salvador, remember? Live.
His camera makes a lot more sense now. Well, cheers from here, from England to El Salvador, Spenny.
Honduras, way, Honduras.
Whatever.
All right, there you go.
Atracho.
All right, so not too much happened. A lot of rumors going on this week in the Galaxy universe. One thing that did happen, though, no longer rumor, we have a coach. As speculated, it is Greg Vanney. He gave in multiple interviews. The main one we're going to touch on right now is the one he did for the LA Galaxy. He said a lot of the right things, but I feel like we've heard the right things before. I don't know who wants to start it off as far as the press conference goes and what you guys thought about all the things he had to say.
I actually jotted some key points that I think he said. It's, I guess, point number one. That I thought, he said they're gonna try to do be more of a possession attack oriented team, more proactive and not reactive, which is something that I guess teaching the players his philosophy is probably the biggest thing that I took from that. Sitting down and film with the whole team, directing each player to do their job. I think that's very important. Another thing that he said was about the culture, hard work. He emphasizes that throughout the whole interview. Hard work, hard work, hard work. We play for the badge. This is one of my favorite quotes that he said was, where is it? The LA Galaxy and the crest and the badge is the most important thing in all of this, which is the biggest thing that I took out of this. I don't think we've felt that in these last 4 seasons with 4 different coaches and so many players coming in and out. We haven't felt that the badge is the first thing that they represent.
I'm sorry, we're getting a little feedback, and I can see it coming in through the Zoom. One of you guys has it on speaker? If you could take it off speaker, por favor. And then, sorry.
No?
Yeah.
There it is.
Nope. Still there.
Anyway. So the badge, that was the biggest takeaway from this. That he wants the players to work for the badge and work hard, come in to work, knowing that they're playing for this badge and knowing what it means, what it represents. And that's, I don't think we heard that last season with GBS. I don't think we had that with Onalfo, with the late Siggy, rest in peace. So, saying a lot of the right things. That's about it. That's all I took from it.
So, but I mean, are you buying all those
I don't know.
things? No?
I don't know. I'm cautious right now.
Okay.
Bruce, Edgar?
Cautious.
I'll go first.
Eddie.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't get a chance to see all the press conference, but I got to see the first parts of it. I just feel like a renewed sense of optimism from Greg. The fact that he did so well in Toronto, I think, is going to play a huge part into how serious the players are going to take him, because you could bring any Galaxy player, former Galaxy player, into this role and ask them to try and connect with the young players and produce something on the field that fans can feel proud about. But he comes in here with really good credentials, what he did in Toronto. So when he talks, you're going to have to listen. And it's interesting to see that he is one of the Galaxy originals, and he's come in here and try to bring back that love for the badge and pride in what you see on the field, but also that pride that the team can have in their own locker room. I think that some of that was lost to GBS. Not to take anything away from him, because he was placed in a very difficult spot, but he came from a different type of footballing culture. Although he did have that MLS background, but Greg does have his past with the team, and I think it's great to reconnect with that at a time when the team really needs to develop a an identity that is theirs, and getting somebody who was there from the very beginning and understand what it means. I think it's a great start.
Spanny.
No. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Spenny can't hear us, I guess. All right, Willis, you
That
take it
I
away.
lag till
guess
Salvador, man.
Willis by default.
Yeah, Willis by default. You're like the raw filter of
What?
Nag.
Ah,
Oh,
nice. Sound beautiful.
Wait,
Thank
that
you.
was Bruce.
There's Spanny.
Oh, there he is.
Speak to
Okay,
me,
well,
Bruce.
well,
Speak to
anyways.
me.
Okay. I think the most important thing that I took from this press conference was that Greg Vanney seems to have a plan, and he seems to have a plan for the long haul, not just for short term. Because he spoke about him being connected with the Close, with the academy, and being able to bring in the young talent to bring them up to the first team. So it's not just the first team; it's everything in between. You know what I mean? So I think that's the most important thing that I took from it, because that's going to create more of a winning culture, not just in the short term, but in the long term. One of the main things also that I liked about the press conference that he said was that they need to create their identity before they can start to change things around, or change positions or move players around, which tells me that his focus for this year is going to be developing an identity, something that we've been missing for the last 5+ years. And I think that's the most important thing, and that's what I took from that press conference.
Okay, now Spanny.
I took a couple of things away from it. To me, there was a contrast in character from GBS to Greg. I don't know how much other people may look into it, but I feel like he got a little bit excited during the press conference. His levels
Oh yeah,
of his tone and the way he was talking kind of picked up as certain topics came up, and you kind of believed him a little bit more. You saw that he was taking a little bit more serious and just being appointed. It looked like he was looking at the team as an organization, not the LA Galaxy per se. He even mentioned the fact that we need to forget the fact that we're a 5-time champion. Like, that doesn't matter right now. His notion wasn't necessarily I'm gonna come coach the LA Galaxy. It's I have a new team and I need to rise the quality of play here and the quality of football here. That's what I took away from it. The questions that arose for me were the fact that he has a clear cut plan in his head that he's going to evaluate the team that is here and plug them in where they need to be successful with the mentality that he's going to bring. And whoever doesn't fit that mold is going to be gone, which means that he should have a little bit more power. The issue with that is that when Chris Klein spoke, they asked him, and he made a point that they didn't really talk philosophy and what the team philosophy and style of play is going to be, which kind of bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody else caught that. So, as you hiring a new coach, you didn't talk to him about the style of play you're going to do, or
Well,
is that
I
a
think
good sign?
he
Is that a
kind
bad
of
sign?
he kind of touched on it. I think he touched on it early, if I remember correctly. When it came to style of play, he says they're gonna find their style of play. That he's
yeah.
gonna come in
Well,
and with
it's not
whatever
just that.
pieces he
He
gets.
didn't he say that he was gonna let Vanney take care of that. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, we talked about it, but I'll let him say it." And then Vanney says it at the end, right?
Yeah.
I like the story that Greg Vanney told too about how one way that they became a team when he was on the squad was they used to practice outside on the fields of the Rose Bowl and walk
Oh
around as
yeah,
a team and pick up glass and debris that was on the field.
that's what's
That
up.
may not seem very big, but that does build team chemistry. Like, oh, I gotta remove this piece of glass for
Some of
Bruce.
that
Oh,
Miyagi-Do
Brian's
shit
gonna
right
be in
there.
this area.
Yeah.
Stuff like
They
that does bring the
Miyagi
team
did. They
together.
Miyagi did.
But the
Glass
whole thing
on,
about the
glass off.
mentality is what really got me. The whole thing about the mentality really stuck with me because he made it a point that you're gonna come in and learn what we need you to do, and if you can't do it, then that's your problem. It's not gonna be my problem.
Hmm.
You know, he seemed more like
That's how it should be.
more oriented to what we need. Like you're gonna come in and learn
Yeah.
this philosophy. If not, I'm gonna find somebody that's gonna learn that philosophy.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's one thing that did stand out. Going back to what Spenny was saying, is the fact that he's not dismissing the five titles, but the fact that you just can't hang on to those forever, and I think that's something as fans too. Like I don't know if he's aware, what the fans mentality is, but that's a lot of things the fans are. That's a point that the fans are getting to as well. Like those 5 titles, yeah, that's cool and all, but we can't hang on to those forever. And Greg Vanney knows that, and I mean, hopefully he's just not saying all the right things, everything we want to hear. Because to be honest, I look back at GBS. He talks about a plan and progress and stuff. He had a 3-year plan. He preached the same thing that he was gonna build this style in 3 years and stuff. And look how that went.
Well, because I mean, there was players forced down his throat as well. Vanney also said on Extra Time, I believe, that they're not going to bring in players that he doesn't want, which is big. It's a big move because we've had players that certain coaches that we've had didn't want them. Gio for one, Steven Gerrard. Now like a Chicha, maybe GBS didn't want that. You know what I mean? So now they're going to bring in players, and Vanney's going to have his hand on everything with that, which is a step in the right direction to me.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw the same thing I did, and when they asked the questions to Klein and the close, it kind of sounded like they admitted, like, yeah, we fucked up. And I feel like this time around, they're really gonna try to bring in those players where it's what the coach wants, not what quote unquote marketing wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt when they were answering these questions. And even I think the closest said, like, yeah, these last couple of years, it's not just the players' fault or the coach's fault. We at the front office are the front line for building this team, and he took responsibility for it. So I think moving forward, they might allow Greg Vanney to have more power over what players come in.
Shit, hopefully, because they could have done that shit with Bruce.
You bought that shit, Bruce.
Hey.
You bought that, Bruce. You know why they're saying that? Wait. You know why they're saying that? Is because the market isn't there anymore for them to do stupid moves.
For whatever reason, it doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter why. The point is that's going to happen. It doesn't matter why. The point is for it to happen, right? Well, why does it matter why it happens? The point is for it to happen.
I don't know. It kind of gets me mad, to be honest, because they could have done this shit a long time ago with Bruce, giving to the players that he wanted. But no, egos got in the way, and we couldn't get shit done. And then we had, 5 years of shit Galaxy? 2 wooden spoons? Thank you, Klein.
I don't know, man. Some of that has to be on GBS. Some of that has to be on GBS.
No, it was on
If you look back at the rosters, was Fabio a Klein guy? Was Polenta?
Yeah.
Was Pavon?
Yeah.
Was people? These people were handpicked by GBS. They were not picked. Okay, but they weren't handpicked by Chris Klein or Karofsky. They were handpicked by GBS and his staff. And Teclose did his job and brought these players in on loans from one week to the next to try to make this work with GBS. So let's not completely dismiss what the front office has tried to do in bringing in players. Yeah. It just didn't work with Zlatan up top and the philosophy that GBS couldn't adapt, his style of play to Zlatan.
Which
I don't know what it was, but
yeah, because Vanney's saying that he's gonna teach. Work. A big key word is teach the players his style, which is important. You can't just throw the ball out there and like, oh, here, Go fucking play ball. Like, nah, if you teach each player what their role is and how they're going to play and where they need to make the runs and all that shit, it's going to work. It's going to be a big, like a machine. It's just a system. Making the wheels turn. And he says he's going to do that. We'll see. I'm still a little cautious, but... Oh, and something I might do this season is lay off the front office back. I think that's going to be my resolution.
Boo.
Nah. We'll
I
see.
think the
Gotta
front
keep 'em.
office is going to be under more fire this year because you brought in like a Galaxy legend that's beloved by the fans, and you're going to put him out there, and if he fails because he's not able to bring in the players that he wants, then that's on the front office.
Yep.
Because the guys coming in fresh off building this fantastic team in Toronto where they were horrible. Remember, they didn't make the playoffs for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you're bringing in Greg Vanney, who I remember from the very beginning. I love that guy. He was, when I used to cover the Galaxy, he was one of my favorite interviews. He was a very humble, very likable guy, and I'm sure he's a fantastic manager. Sure, he's a player's manager. So you have that going for you. If you don't give him the right tools or the right players or the opportunity to build the team the way he wants it, that's on the front office. Yeah. So this is their head is on the chopping block.
Yep.
But because it's on the chopping block, that's why I'm gonna have a little bit more faith on them this time around. Yeah. No?
Nah.
I don't know about faith.
I have faith. I have faith in Vanney, man. I've been asking for this signing since the rumbles in Toronto were happening, at least for me.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't want to give him a contract before the season was over, for me, that's writing in the wall in Toronto. If Toronto wants you, they sign you. They put ink to paper right away for you when you ask for it. The way they did with Josie. And Josie is one of the reasons why I'm confident in this move over here because, whether you watch him play on the national team or not, for me, Josie and Chicha are very similar in style of play. They're not necessarily somebody that can completely create their own shot, but they're somebody that if you feed the right ball to, complement the run that they make, they finish. And if Greg is everything that I expect him to be, he should be able to find the team that's going to create those chances the way that GBS couldn't last.
True. This is true.
So we're all hopeful, I guess.
Got the mic on that one?
No. I have to wait and give everyone a chance to speak. But
go ahead, sir.
Oh, I've already said what I had to say. I just think not excited yet. I can't be excited, and it's to what Edgar said. Is this gonna be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Because on top of him not giving him his players, Vanney can be vocal. I'm sure he's gonna be vocal if he doesn't get his players. He's respected as a coach in the league, and if they don't give him what he wants, I'm sure it's gonna go sideways pretty fast.
Yeah.
So, I'm optimistic in that sense that if this fails, that's it. Like something's has to give. We've been saying this too long already. Something definitely has to give if it doesn't go right this time.
What's gonna give though? What do you think will give first?
Tacos.
Oh shit!
The tacos.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I want to believe, but my heart is like guarded right now. I've been through rough relationships in the past. 4 of them left me. Is this one gonna stay? Hopefully. Bring us another ring.
They all promised you and never did what they promised.
For real? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
Vanney's promise.
The bridesmaids, never the bride.
I've been the bride 5 times, but
yeah.
So can't complain. Anything else on Vanney before we move on?
I still don't think they make the playoffs year one.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Well, with the squad we have right now, no. We
Yeah,
don't have a squad.
We could barely field players.
I would like to mention one thing, that we only have 13 players on the roster, so he's gonna have a chance to. Let's see what he got. He's gonna bring in a whole squad basically.
Yeah, I mean,
So let's see
and
what kind of squad he brings in.
not only is it just the 13, but they're still bad contracts. Let's see if they move some of those out.
Oh
too.
yeah,
So
fucking the unmentionable. The unmentionable. I will not mention his name.
Well, Skilpic's off the books now, right?
hey,
Yeah.
Oh yes,
somebody
yes.
send Willis a people jersey. He'll be forever grateful.
Ah, bro.
Well, let me ask.
There's
Don't.
Let me
there's
ask you
one
guys a
other thing
question then.
that
I mean, I
Oh,
want to
go
ask
ahead.
you guys
So
a question, and then everybody in the chat. Is this the most important LA Galaxy off season in its history?
No, absolutely
No.
not.
Yes,
Why?
Off season?
yes, of
This
course,
off season.
Of course
Is this
it
the
is.
most important?
In its history,
Is it
I
in
think
its
so.
history? Like, would this
course it
be
is.
a key pivotal moment in knowing if we're still gonna be the face of MLS or not? Is
No.
this
Of course
off
it is.
season that important?
No,
Of
no,
course
no.
it is.
no, I
It
gotta
had to
hear
be
why.
the-
No,
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear why.
I don't
This
think
is
so.
sports, man. This is sports. And it doesn't matter if you were the champion last season. If you can't repeat as a champion or you can't get to the playoffs and make a run, you're a disappointment now. We're in the business of what you can do for me now. And if you can't win now, you lose everything. You lose credibility. You lose fans. You lose respect in the league. Respect that we've been losing for the last 5, 6 seasons already. This is another moment where you have somebody that's established. You no longer have excuses. You have somebody that is a winning coach in this league in this era
Mhm.
who has taken a team that didn't make the playoffs for 10 years, took them to what, 2 finals.
And a
You know,
championship.
Two
they
finals.
they have their treble. They had their treble in Canada. You know, this is a guy that's winning now. We no longer have the excuse of it being MLS 3.0. None of that. This is the most important offseason because you have everything in play. I seriously believe that if we don't make a run to the cup in the next 2 seasons, we are completely 100% DC United 2.0.
Damn.
2 seasons. 2 seasons?
Gotta
I
get a
don't
title.
think they can make a run for a cup this season, man.
No, no chance.
I'm
No, I
doubtful on
mean-
playoffs because of the roster, but if you don't win a championship or make a run to their title in the next 2 seasons,
In the next 2 seasons? No way, bro.
yeah, man.
I would give it more than that.
Yeah, the league's
You
changed.
got at least three. At least three.
So we
No.
have the yes. What about
I'll
the
tell
no?
you what. No.
Change. Hold on. The league's changed. Okay. Columbus got put together how long ago? 2 seasons ago. Atlanta won their title in what year? Their second year.
Oh no.
As much as you may not like it, LAFC made their shield run in what? The second year. Philadelphia, that team that just got put together that won a supporter shield, did it in what? 2 years.
No,
No,
that's not
that
true.
Philadelphia
Nah,
one.
that's absolutely false.
That- that's
one's
been a long time
it's been
coming.
worked on.
So I
Philadelphia, McKenzie,
Columbus was
they
about
just
3 to
signed
4
McKenzie.
years.
They signed Kaden Porter last year, and they took Nagby. They took
oh, we're talking about Columbus.
Jassy Sardis.
Ah,
They
but
signed who
that,
else?
Nah, that team.
Sardis has been there for a while, though.
Yeah, but
That team, that team
being
was
built
set.
by Better
Yeah, that
Halter.
team was set by Berhalter. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's when they got Emma Boateng. That's when things turned around. for them.
Exactly. That's what did it. We all know that.
Championship
Yeah.
winning Emma Boateng. Don't you
No,
forget
no.
it.
Here, let me tell you something. The question was, is this the most
RSL
important
owner,
offseason
Emma
ever,
Boateng.
right?
Right.
Mhm.
The most important offseason in Galaxy history was 2008 offseason to 2009 because that's right after Bruce took over. He took a Galaxy team that had become a failure with Beckham.
You're right.
Remember, they were the laughing stock of the league. You have this guy, you bring him in, and you shine him up like he's like this great idol. He's going to bring all this greatness to the Galaxy. And it was just shame and disappointment. I mean, and that
Sounds
was
familiar right
disgusting.
now.
It was horrible. Bruce comes in at the end of the season. He's like, all right, I'm going to take the reins. Let me take over. And from 2008 to 2009, he builds a team that goes to the MLS Cup and should have won MLS Cup against RSL. 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, every year after that, boom, power. So that offseason, when Bruce took over and he took that mediocre Galaxy team and reshaped it into one of the best teams in the history of the league, that to me was the most important offseason in Galaxy history. Because we went from being like, we're happy over 2 stars to, hey, first to 5, second to none.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Didn't Bruce have more stars before coming to the LA Galaxy?
What do you mean? Like titles?
He had 1 more titles.
Yeah, 2.
Wasn't he established coach
Yeah.
in that era of that stalker?
Yeah, he had left New York, remember, earlier that
Yeah.
season?
So
Wasn't he a guy that built from the ground up?
Nah,
If you got him
but see, that's a bad argument. You got to give an argument like what Edgar just gave. You know, it's all this extra pressure because they had someone like Beckham and he had to make it work. You know,
We had
and then
Chicha.
this was why for me this is not the most important in history. If anything, even more important than this season was the 2019 offseason. 2019, yeah, going into 2019 offseason because you have GBS who's respected coach, you know, in what's one of the most I don't know popular leagues. I don't know what term to use for the Argentine league now. You have Zlatan. You bought off Gio you bought off his contract for like $6 million or whatever. I feel that was more important. That had to work, and we ended up going into the playoffs and just winning one game. But I think that offseason was more important than this one. This one it doesn't seem that important. It makes like it. We made the right step, and as far as like my perspective and other fans' perspective, he maybe no excuses, but he still has Chicha to deal with. He still has bad contracts to deal with. He has a lot of hurdles to get over to make this team competitive. So yeah, most important history? No, not at all.
I think this Crest has in the league right now.
Hey,
Seriously, how much
what are you doing
weight?
with my lunchbox, man? Give me my lunchbox back.
How, like
You bully.
I just think that the team has lost so much credibility, so much like teams are walking into the digs and like, oh, we're gonna pick up this one. There's no respect from our opponents when they walk in. There's no respect from their fans when they walk into the stadium anymore. That's because of the results from the team. You know, you had David Beckham. You still have people coming into the stadium wanting to see the team play. You know, now us as fans are having to sometimes convince some of our friends to go watch the game with us. You know? There's no weight to this team, even amongst casual fans anymore. This isn't important.
You didn't really have to convince people to go to games though, because when Zlatan was there, he was the centerpiece. When Chicha came in, he was the centerpiece. Remember how packed that opening day game was and everything leading up to it? All the events leading up to it, it was just like, come out, check out Chicharito. And then COVID happened, and well,
why you gotta bring up old stuff going outside? It hurt my feelings over here.
Right, going up, keg stands.
Ages ago.
You remember air? Fresh air was nice.
Yeah.
Hey, remember doing keg stands and everybody sharing the same spout? Oh,
yeah. Talking dirty to me, huh?
Hey, stop it. All right, now I'm gonna move on.
Ooh, wait.
You can have any beer as long as it's a Corona.
So looks like we're finally gonna sign a player. Not what I expected, to be honest.
This is out of left field, man.
Yeah. Actually, it's why I'm wearing my jersey from my my country,
your native land,
my native land. So a one Jonathan Bond is rumored to
come Bond.
6'5", West Brom, right?
Yeah.
I had that up. Yeah, West Brom keeper. Has not made really any appearances with the West Brom squad, but apparently there's a lot of promise. He's still young, and one thing that it's great, especially in this league, is that he apparently has an American passport.
Hey,
nice.
It's interesting because as soon as I heard about him, I looked him up and I couldn't find him on fantasy, Premier League fantasy. So I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" So I started digging some more, and I looked up the West Brom, Twitter feed, and everybody that was upset that he was going to MLS, it was a mixture of like they were upset that he was leaving, and they were also happy for him. But everybody that was upset because I think they have like an aging goalkeeper there, and they were looking to him to be the future. And a lot of the people that were, responding to the news kept echoing, "Oh, this kid's gonna have a great career in MLS. He's gonna light it up in MLS. It's gonna be nice to see where he goes, and we're gonna miss him." So hopefully that is true, or if not, he's just gonna come, show up, and another Gulicini,
Oh, God, don't even say that.
Don't even mention that.
Don't speak those words ever again here. You want to come back on? Right? That's nah.
The two unmentionables.
Damn.
Imagine them.
I don't know what's been worse, Cudicini or fucking Shelvick, man.
Oh,
Cudicini.
Yeah,
Cudicini. Cucini, hands down. Sorry, I just disrespected Shelvick right now. Sorry.
Man, don't disrespect the
It was so
Swedish,
bad.
the Swedish man like that. Or what is he? Norwegian. What is he?
Norwegian.
Shelvick.
He's sorry.
He's sorry.
That's messed up. He's an Oompa Loompa. There you go.
So yeah, but I mean, I guess it's exciting. We need a keeper, right? It's
What happened to Jonathan
That's
Klinsmann?
what I was about to say. It has to spell the N for somebody. It's got to spell the N for either
Either
Klinsmann
Bingham or
Bingham.
Klinsmann.
Yeah, and I'm hoping.
Come on, Bingham.
Yeah, because I wanted to keep Klinsmann, but I get it if the numbers are too high. You know, he is coming from the Bundesliga. You know, I don't know what.
Or
the
his
price
dad's
is.
not coming anymore.
His dad is a Manhattan Beach resident for life,
Yep.
or Oceanside, or one of those beach cities. I don't know. He likes it here.
He's a mayor?
Right near the beach.
No, he's not a mayor. Well,
He's a mayor.
He's a mayor. I think Willis has the echo.
Sick ass
He's a
mayor.
mayor?
Well, let's say Klinsmann stays on the team. Who's going to be the starter then? Is it going to be Jonathan Bond, who's never even seen the field in the last 3 years or however long it's been,
Yeah,
or Klinsmann, who I mean, he shows promise, but he's still same results as
So young.
Bingham.
Yeah.
that's
I mean, that's a result of the defense, though. It's not.
Yeah,
I mean, some of it is on him, but he has learned from his mistakes. Unlike Bingham, that he's making the same mistakes.
I don't know, man. That defense is terrible, dude.
Yeah, it made
Yeah.
Bingham look worse than what he is.
he's still trash though.
Yeah, but
Which he's
I mean, the
bad.
defense
Yeah,
let him
he's
down as
bad,
well, though.
but
The defense let him down a lot.
And that's
oh yeah.
that's another thing I was gonna bring up. I was wondering if who is gonna be our starter. Does this mean not only does it spell the N for, let's say, Klinsmann, and then you bring Bingham back, or do you go out, or do you go out and find another veteran keeper as well? I know I was up for I was down for Luis Robles, but he ended up retiring.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty good veteran signing. Just to still have Klinsmann on and then bring in Robles would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Bond, I mean, in the chat, the chat is saying that he's the next Courtois. So I don't know how factual that is. I've never seen the man play.
Get me my jersey right now. My first goalkeeper jersey.
But the important thing is that it's a signing that is starting from the back, from the keeper position. So it looks like we're already building from the back, which is, a step in the right direction. So we'll see from here on out.
Oh no, I gotta dress.
He's already keeping his promise to you, Brian. He's already keeping his promise to you.
Keeping the promise, bro.
I got-
Vanney's promise.
I gotta.
Vanney's promise.
I gotta address Logan Jones. Logan Jones, you did this on Straight from the Stands. I caught that. Don't suggest that keeper ever again.
Who?
Just look at it and don't read it.
Come on.
But yeah,
I mean, there was an article about that, but no.
I guess the keeper situation is just like a lot of wait and see. A lot of promise, because if say they do bring both back, fuck, I guess you keep one and sell the other, right? I don't know how that's gonna go. It's interesting. We still have to wait for this keeper situation because you can't imagine that it's done. Even if we sign Bond, it's the keeper situation isn't done.
Well, got a goalie.
Hopefully. Which Bond do you think he is? Is he gonna be a good Bond,
Connery.
like Connery, or is he gonna be shitty like Pierce Brosnan?
Ooh.
Oh, he's gonna be the badass
Oh,
one,
come
like
on, bro.
Lazenby.
I want him to be Connery.
Nah, I want him to be Lazenby.
They're all good, man. Y'all just be hating.
I'll take Daniel Craig. It's mean.
Daniel Craig.
Her Majesty's Secret Service, baby. Best Bond movie ever.
All right, moving on. So, rumors came out this morning.
Rumors.
As we like to say here, we've gotten worse.
We've gotten worse.
Without doing anything.
Have we?
Edgar brought it up before we went on today. So I know it was dismissed, but I always think when there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
So Julian Araujo was linked to Spurs, right?
Oh.
And how perfect is it that he left the U.S. camp with an illness, and all of a sudden those rumors pop out, him going to Spurs, like right the next day. I mean, the Galaxy came out and dismissed it, but what if it's another team? What if it came from that part, from my hometown?
From your side of the lake,
Yeah,
From your side,
yeah. I called the queen.
your
She
side
said
of
she
the
doesn't know anything.
bond.
it would suck to see him leave. 100%, it would suck. I'd be happy for him to go and explore, European football. He looks like he's ready for it. If it's true, good for him. Fuck it, we're gonna need a new right back. But if it's not true, he's our automatic starting right back. I would think, right? Spenny, what do you think?
Win-win.
Yeah.
Spenny.
I hope that they play it the way they've been signing players for us and do it on a loan. I think that would be the best case scenario. But good for him, man. Yeah, once a G, always a G. If we look back, they try to sign this player as a homegrown player on a homegrown contract, and because he was ineligible, they said, "Fuck it, let's sign the 17-year-old."
Mm-hmm.
And we've been expecting him, at least for me personally, I've been expecting him to start, almost from the jump, and involved with this team. Might as well over Felcher, but I think this was expected. Best case scenario for us would have been maybe another year or two, but this is what MLS wants to become. A what's the word I'm looking for? To filter talent to Europe, and if we can build that bridge to another part of the world, especially to the EPL, more power to him, more power to the front office, especially with the money that they spend, offloading Jonah and getting Chicha. This will help the club, and hopefully they won't have any excuses to be able to sign another big DP or, pursue a certain player that they declined the offer to or declined the option to recently. I think it's all good, man. More power to him. To be that young and be able to go, even if it's a team in London, they have plenty of teams that are world-class brands.
Yeah.
As much as some people may not like to hear it, or I may not want to say it, if it's not Tottenham, but it's somebody like Chelsea, then
Well, what do these
More
rumors tell you, Willis? What do they tell you?
What do they tell you? That's a great question.
What do
right?
they tell you?
What do they tell you?
What does this
What do they
signify
say to you?
for the LA Galaxy that there's inquiries about whatever of Julian Araujo?
Well, this tells me that everybody else is now seeing what we fans have been seeing the last couple of year and a half, that Julian Araujo is a great potential right now. And he has the tools to play in Europe. And I believe he has the tools to thrive in Europe because of the way he plays, his style of play, the strength, the power, the speed. He has it all. Especially as a right back, you need that in Europe. This also tells me that MLS has made a significant jump as to how they're portrayed in the rest of the world. Yep. And now everybody is keeping an eye out on the MLS and the MLS players to buy them cheap and then sell them for more when they get better. Kind of like how they were doing with the Argentinian league and the Brazilian league, where they buy those players cheap and young, and then boom, they hit the transfer market when they're like in Man City or Manchester United and they're worth like $100 million.
Little do they know they're setting us up to win the 2026 World Cup.
Yo.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, there's American players coming out of nowhere and playing well, and they're all youngsters.
Yeah.
No. All of them are youngsters.
Dude, they just took some.
All of them should be in their prime by then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. I can't wait.
Oh, some US. Ooh. Wait, you're English. Fuck out of here.
Oh yeah. I mean, fucking hell, fucking yanks. But a little fun fact. I think Edgar knows this too, or he might have even told me that England's never beat the US in a World Cup ever.
Yeah.
See, y'all trash.
Well, I'm also
y'all trash.
I'm also half American, bro. You know?
All right.
When I want to be.
And Brazilian.
Nah, not anymore.
Loser, loner, want to be Brazilian.
I dropped my Brazilian citizenship back like in 2010? When did Ronaldinho stop playing? Whatever that was. Anyways, so Julian, if he goes, I mean, it was only a matter of time. I just didn't think it was going to be this soon. Brian, do you want to bring up the questions?
Do I?
But
Sure.
it is going to be a tough spot to fill because we're already pretty thin back there. And Julian was on the cheaper side, so that doesn't really help either. Of course, the Galaxy going to get some kind of money out of it, but well, I guess we'll see.
This is really, if you think about it, it's a little frustrating to as a Galaxy fan because I made the joke last week that the team keeps getting worse every week because we keep losing players. I mean, Pabona's gone apparently, and if Araujo's gone, then
Who's left?
it's like damn, it's like Vanney really has a huge project on his hands, and it's like hey, how worse can you make it? I mean, how difficult can we make it for him? Until he builds us a winner. Hey, let's make it as difficult as possible. Let's take away all these important players and see what he can do. So I'm frustrated. I'm also frustrated because I've seen some very good MLS free agents sign with other teams.
Yep.
And damn, I think those are such missed opportunities. And it makes me wonder, what is the Galaxy front office doing? Yes, I know they're in a business. I mean, they were busy trying to nail everything down with Greg Vanney, but at the same time, it feels like they're asleep at the wheel. There's nothing going on, and all these missed opportunities. So once all these players, all these good free agents are gone, who the hell are they gonna pick up? What are they gonna do? Like put a team together with sticks, stones, and Scotch tape? What the heck? I don't know.
Scotch tape.
With Zubac, Binghams, and
and more
Zubac. It's gonna be the cutouts at the stadium. That's what we paid for.
I mean, are we gonna pick up some like huge, massive DPs out of nowhere? But who the hell is gonna be on the bench? And it seems like a very huge hill for Vanney to climb.
Let's see how he deals with it, man. I mean, what else can he do at this
You're
point?
already putting him things were difficult enough already for him coming in. Now you're like, here, let's make it a little difficult for you. A little bit more.
Now you have no players.
Well,
I have no players. You have to bring in the borrachos.
Yes, he called
Tank
himself.
got right back.
He called himself a builder, so I think he's gonna.
He has to work for him.
He's got
some work cut out
he's got a
for
lot of building to do.
What do you think, Spenny? You're looking at me all weird there.
I'm not frustrated at all with the move. I think everything about it it's a good move for everybody.
I mean,
Julian wasn't gonna stay cheap. He wasn't gonna stay cheap for the team. And the one thing you don't want to happen is what happened like with Molina, where you lose him because you can't pay him what he wants, and now you have to play him 2 times a year, maybe even in playoffs. He's a talent that deserves to be in Europe. This was the path that he was going to take. We all knew it. If you didn't think so, then you're not watching the team close enough. Some of the comments on the chat were saying that his aggression isn't gonna work in Europe, and I think
contrary.
Yeah. There's players that go from Germany to England and talk about the physicality and how the aggression is, on another level. I think it's just a great move, not only for him personally, money-wise for the team, and like Bruce was saying, the perspective of the league is gonna change in what the MLS is, because not only are they filtering now talent, but they're also a destination you want to come to. You want to come to the States. You want to get that endorsement money. You want to get that, you don't want that love like other teams. You don't get that kind of love, but you get that kind of wallet. You get that.
Yeah.
You get those dollars in the wallet, which is why you're a professional in the end. The player that stays around with one team for 20 years because of how much he loves the fans, that's gone.
Yeah.
That's dying little by little.
super rare.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he doesn't leave us, not this season. Hopefully.
If he does, good for him.
Yeah, if he does, good for him.
All right.
Julian.
Well, let's get to these questions. Since everybody who sent out questions, thank you so much. You guys are truly appreciated.
Do it.
From Logan Jones, do you guys think Julian is going to the Spurs? He's going to be worth over $5 million. We just discussed that.
Do you
What
think? Do you think he's going? I think he's going somewhere. I think
not this season.
I think in the summer.
In the summer.
I just hope he goes somewhere where he has a chance to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope he
Wherever
goes.
it is, I hope the kid goes to Europe and has a chance to play.
I hope
You
he
know
goes
what?
somewhere where I could buy his jersey and not be mad that it goes against my team.
You know,
Like I can't
you know
buy
what
a
I'm
Jorginho
thinking?
Dest jersey.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he could be going to Newcastle, and then we get Yedlin. Damn, that'd be sick.
Fulham.
Or we're trading him for Gareth Bale.
Oh, straight up.
Straight up.
All right, back, Gareth Bale. Lovely.
Lovely.
Staying Trucha. Araujo to Tottenham? We don't know yet. He also has.
We should have went through these first, huh?
Vanney said Chicha is a in-the-box player. Who would you put as a winger to support him? Shit.
Like out of the MLS pool, out of who we have.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
I-
Somebody.
Pavon.
It didn't work with him,
Depressing
to
question,
be honest.
man.
Let me see. Let me see. Think within the league. Who'd you put him with? Villafana's not a bad start. He knows when to make those runs.
Kevin Molino. Oh no, wait, he's gone.
There you go.
Kevin Molina.
There you go. I'm gonna go with
well.
Kevin Molina. I'll take that one.
That
Why'd you have to
motherfucker-
say that?
Yeah,
Why'd you have to
he's-
say that? Come on, man.
Dude, we could have. Whatever.
Yeah, we could have whatever.
I'm not sure if a winger is the proper position that could help out Chicha. I would say more of a cam. Somebody like a Pozuelo.
Number 10. Who'd have thought, huh?
Who would have thought number 10? That will be more of a help to Chicha instead of having a winger.
I'll give you one. Pariola.
Ariola. Yeah.
There you go. Done.
Johnny Russell.
He did ask me. Oh yeah, Johnny Russell. Yeah,
That's another
I've been
winger.
wanting Johnny Russell.
What
Him
happened to
and,
Dom Dwyer?
What happened to Julian Gressel? What happened to all these people that are just like
I
disappearing?
don't know. Can't cut
Like
it.
they
in
were.
less, bro.
It's like they were free agents one point, and then they weren't.
Yeah, but then like they all disappeared. Hey, come to LA. It's very nice.
Daniel Ortiz, 19. Who is your starting goalkeeper? Reasonably, who's your starting goalkeeper?
Out of
Fuck.
who's like available for us, it's if it's that it's Klinsmann.
I mean, if Klinsman's available, it has to be Klinsmann.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
mean, I'm guessing we're moving on from Bingham, right?
Hopefully.
Right?
That'd
Right?
be some shit, dude. Gets
Hopefully.
like a raise.
I mean, I don't hate Bingham, but I mean, him and Klinsmann suffered a lot because of the defense.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking about down the road, I'd rather have Klinsmann. He's younger and he's got room to grow more. So I'd rather have him there. So that would be my starter if that's the case.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bond is a complete unknown to us, and
hmm
it'll be interesting to see how he does against MLS. In the full match. But I guess we'll get a chance to see that soon. But from what I've seen so far, I'd rather have Klinsmann in there.
Same.
Ditto.
Ditto. All right. Junior DSCIG. Rams continuing the tradition of Los Angeles eliminating Seattle from the playoffs. I don't watch the NFL. Well, I didn't watch it this season, so sorry.
I'm a Niners fan, so screw the
I
Rams.
don't know.
Yeah, fuck the Rams.
Sorry about the dogs.
Even the dog says
yeah,
so.
they're not Rams fans
Landon?
either.
That's why you don't get treats. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Joey Jojo. I want to get fucked up with the Nag Boys.
Say no more.
Say less.
Just feel like I just
Shoot
grab
through
beer,
to the
man.
Zoom.
Don't look into the red light. What should we do to replace Pavon?
What should we do
Llorar.
to replace Pavon? Sign somebody.
Lloremos.
I don't know. It's gonna take some good scouting and just be hopeful
Sorry.
that Vanney can find the right replacement. I don't think it's if Pavon's not coming back. I don't think he's gonna be a DP winger. I don't see it. It's gonna be
He's not gonna be a DP, you said?
no. It's not gonna be a DP winger. The next
what?
DP won't be a winger.
Why? It has to be.
No, 'cause you still need that 10. You still need that cam.
I would
think
rather
you-
spend it on a
Yeah,
on
I
a
think
cam,
you find that
to be
cam and you
honest.
find a
Yeah.
decent winger in the league or non DP.
sometime
Yeah.
like
I
Molino.
don't think you look to
Mm.
replace. I don't think you look to replace Pavon as a winger and what he was.
I guess it
If we
depends
really
how
want to get
Vanney-
better. Yeah, if we really want to get better, you look at what the team needs overall and actually
Yeah.
Defense.
put emphasis on that. And
Defense.
if we're gonna go behind, if we're gonna stand with Chicha and what he brings to the table, then he does need a number 10. He does need a cam, somebody to create not only for him but for themselves, like what Greg had in Vanney and in Javinko and in Pozuelo or Pozuelo.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say his name?
Pozuelo.
Pozuelo.
Yeah.
Pozuelo.
Pozole.
So
Pozuelo.
if we're looking to better
Menudo.
this team, it doesn't necessarily mean that we need to replace Pavon for another Pavon. We need to replace Pavon with the caliber of player that Vanney's system works well with.
Well said,
Okay.
actually. Very well said.
All right, you convinced me.
And last question on Instagram, Elka562. What is the possibility of Araujo actually going to the Spurs? Your guess is as good as ours.
Damn, everyone's all worried about Araujo, huh?
Well, I don't think we should be worried. I mean, yes, because we're gonna have a big hole in the right back position, but good for him if he does, though. It's something that I would have loved to see. Araujo going out.
Yeah. But again, it was just a matter of
If
time.
anything, it's good if it happens now rather than a bigger offer coming in the summer, and he leaves during a playoff run or when we're trying to get those points, and now you're scrambling to see who's gonna fit in that spot and work with the
That's
whatever
true.
winger you have out there. So if it's gonna happen this season before the next offseason, might as well do it from the beginning and let Greg figure it out without him now.
True.
Poor Greg.
He has a lot of work to do, bro.
He has a lot of work to do.
Good. He wants to build something great. Hey, start with the foundation then.
You want to
Greg the
build?
builder.
Hold
You don't
my-
want
hold my
to
beer.
start. You
Greg.
don't want to start in the
Build
10th
it,
floor.
Greg.
You don't want to start in the 10th
Wait.
floor, man. Build
Wait.
from the foundation up.
Wait, I need that sound bite. Say it one more time, Willis.
Build it, Greg.
Right, I'm gonna use that. Watch.
And that does it for the questions.
Cool. Nothing. Nowhere else. No Twitter. Nothing.
I don't
honestly
think so.
didn't even check.
By the way, we keep talking about Greg and it's huge responsibility on his shoulders, but you gotta also remember who else signed with the team this week, and that is
Oh,
Greg
yeah.
Vanney's old mentor, the
Yep.
original Galaxy captain, Dan Kalishman, who,
Nice.
when I think back to the best Galaxy captains in throughout the team's history, and he's definitely up there in the top three, in my opinion. He was a fiery, powerful defender, guy you really scared to play against. He's kind of like Jelly Van Dam, but like a lot meaner. He's like a grizzly bear. And but yeah, he was a very respected captain, and he was Greg Vanney's mentor, and he's being brought on as an assistant. So I'm curious to see what he has to give the team. Of course, he has a past in MLS of being involved with Chivas USA, and it's interesting how that ended. That was very scandalous. But it's great to see Dan back in the fold, back with the Galaxy family where he belongs. So I'm curious to see how they're going to build, because when I think of great Galaxy defenders, I think of Kalishman and Frazier and Vanney. And we got two of those guys now.
Nope. Let's just hope he's not too mean. I would hate for Legit to cry.
Oh my God, he would chew legit and spit him out.
Go to your corner.
That's my purse.
Get that egg.
Before we go,
Damn thing.
whenever you're ready, Brian, we got a little message from Liga G.
Yes.
96.
Noise.
That we're gonna put out.
So bear with
Long
me.
live the Empire, homie.
FTE.
FTE to the max.
Long live the Empire.
All right, bear with me because I can barely read at a second grade level. Liga G is back with Season 3, January 24th. Season 2 saw the end of Cosmo and the end of their dominance over the rest of the league. But from the ashes arose 3 new teams. That's right, Liga G grows to 11 teams confirmed thus far. Blah 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 Empire, Galactic Empire, Senor Papa, and Rhino 96 FC, all looking to assess themselves in Liga G this season. This season, we also have new prizes sponsored by the LA Galaxy. The winning team will all receive a brand new jersey, and the league MVP will get a team signed jersey. That's kind of cool. The rest of the prizes can be found on the Liga G Twitter account. Liga G combine was last night and showcased some brand new people to the league. So if you are a manager looking for some depth, we all have the info on the free agents. If you are still interested in joining, reach out to Manny. Shout out to Manny from Galacticos, or Samoa Bob, shout out, from Barcelona. Keep an eye out for Liga G96 Twitter account. For
What's up, fellas? We putting any eyebrows on this, or what's up, Bruce? I'm looking at you.
So, like he said,
You don't want
if
none?
anybody,
You don't want none?
if anybody is looking to play, you could send a message to Samoa Bob or Manny. Manny's in touch with a lot of teams. He's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
It is. If you're not familiar with Liga G, it is a pro clubs league on PS4. Yeah. So again, feel free to hit any of them up, or if you don't follow Manny or Samoa Bob, you can hit us up and then we'll direct you in it.
Yeah.
We'll send you their way.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. Yes.
FTE.
Especially when you play
FTE,
with,
by the
especially
way,
when you
yes.
play with your real friends.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Not these bandwagon ass black and what gold or red, right?
No.
Oh shit. Yeah, but definitely a lot of fun. Make sure to look out for that. Follow all the teams on Twitter. Follow the league on Twitter. And yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't caught up with it yet, people make their jerseys. There's a lot of fun banter as well. So shout out.
And you get to meet a lot of Galaxy fans, G fans.
Yeah. Made friends out of it. Crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I lost
Fun.
some too.
It's real fun.
Yeah. You didn't make playoffs though, but that's cool, right?
It's cool, bro. I
Once.
chose two.
One time, bro.
It's hard to miss playoffs when they don't let you play. Oh, was that the crickets are back? All right. Anyways, so I think that's pretty much all we have left for today. Is there anything else in your guys' mind before we go?
I'm excited for the season coming up.
Are you
I'm
really
pumped.
excited though?
Yeah, I actually am. I'm pumped to see the progress that we're gonna make, because I know we're not gonna be a good team, but I am excited to see this whole process unfold.
An actual process.
Yeah, an actual process, not here's the ball, go shoot.
I'll stay with that one.
I mean, I'm excited too. I'm always excited as far as the Galaxy goes, but I don't even know if I'm optimistic, but I'm hoping.
No, I'm not. No, but I just want to see some soccer, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and then to address Robert Reels, I apologize for the phone lines. Believe me, I was working hard on them, and I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get them to work, but I will put in work during the week, and I'll make sure by next week I'll have the phone lines on. I really was.
Or at least by the time the season rolls around, when it starts.
Nah, I'm giving myself some next week.
All right.
Fuck all that.
You heard the man.
Yeah. But yeah. So
nice.
Benny, you good?
Yeah, man, I'm optimistic. I'll use the word optimistic. I'm optimistic.
Nice.
I got the coach that I personally wanted.
Yeah, that's true.
Where something I've been asking for, leadership that knows the league, somebody that can win now. We're not really rolling the dice with somebody taking a chance. So hopefully he can build what we can be proud of as fans to call a team and want to watch and not be numb to the fact that we might lose another game, but actually
that shit was
bring up
numbing,
a challenge. Bro. And even if maybe some challenges against other teams might be tough, we can at least go with the mindset that we can actually win some of these games instead of hoping that we don't get killed.
How many we're gonna lose by? How many we letting in today?
Oh,
you know what the big difference is gonna be between last year and this? The biggest difference is that last year we were very optimistic about. I don't know if you hear the baby crying in the background.
He mad too.
But the big difference is that last year we were hopeful that the team was going to be a playoff contender. We were hopeful that Chicharito would make the transition and that we would see him to Cosas Chingonas. And obviously it didn't work out that way. And so with tempered expectations this coming season, we're looking at the team rebuilding. And so we're optimistic as to how the team can rebuild. And but it's not going to be easy when you're in the trenches. It's difficult. You can look back at some difficult times in the past and you only remember the good things, but then when you're deep in it, it's pretty tough. So I think this next season is gonna be pretty rough, considering the fact that we really don't even have a full roster yet. I'm curious to see how they're gonna put it together, but I'm optimistic that it's the beginning of a process that will eventually lift up the brand and the name of the Galaxy back into that upper echelon where it belongs. So it's a start. So
LA Galaxy, it's a process you can trust now.
I'm good with that.
76ers, trust the process.
Right. And with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. If you're looking for me, you can find me on all socials as Eddie Nags all together now. And Bryant.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Bryant Negs and on PSN as Bryant Negs. Playing for Barachos. Spenny?
I'm on Twitter under Spenny Bayless.
Check this out. Oh, that's it? All right, cool.
I too I am on Twitter as well. Willis_89.
There you go.
Which I don't use, but
all right, Edgar, take us home.
I'm on Twitter as Edgar Nags. And I look forward to a good season, everyone. Stay safe out there. Please be healthy.
Yes,
Take care of
very
yourselves.
important.
Yes, very important. Yes, stay healthy, wear a mask, practice social distancing. We're almost there. Doesn't feel like it?
Almost.
We're almost there.
Almost.
All right. For Bryant, Spenny, Edgar, my name's Eddie. We're going to get up out of here. We'll see you next time. Till then, tell them, Brian.
Keep on nagging.